My name is Veronica Bajakian, and I survived breast cancer. I am a 1-year survivor, and basically, when I got diagnosed, it was a shocking, surprising moment because I don't know cancer.
My name is Bianca, and I survived non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, B-cell is what I had. I was diagnosed in 2010, actually about 3 weeks before my 30th birthday.
So 2 weeks before my birthday, I noticed I had a small-sized lump, like an olive-sized lump, on my chest.
I had no clue that I had it. I didn't have any symptoms. I wasn't the textbook with the sweating and the weight loss and the things of that nature. I was actually sitting in a meeting at work, and I turned my neck like this, and one of my colleagues who was in school to become a nurse practitioner, who was doing her physical assessment class, said, "Turn your neck again." So I turned my neck again, and she goes, "What is that in your neck?"
So I got the results from the biopsy, and that morning I was on my way to work. I was driving in the freeway. I needed to drop off my 1-year, 2-year-old to my mom's house, and I received a phone call. And that phone call, unfortunately, instead of saying, "Come to my office for I could talk to you about your results," the receptionist or whoever it is ended up telling me, "You have a bad report."
And me, I'm like the person who's always joking, laughing like the clown. And it's a meeting, we're all bored. It's like 8 in the morning. I work at night, so I was really trying to keep myself awake. And I was like, "What is that, a hickey? Like I had a date yesterday." Like I literally was just being funny. And she's like, "No, Bianca, like something's wrong with your neck." How did the day go? It was a blur. I understood what she said, but not really. It was like a, "Really? Are you sure?" You know, it was like I understood what she meant by the word cancer, but it didn't really click that that's something that I had until they wanted to like start talking about treatments and chemo.
So that's how my journey started. And I went through the whole process of breast surgery and chemo treatment.
My mom, my brother, I have a little brother. We're 18 months apart, so we're not that little, he's grown. And I have a very close friend named Corey. She's actually an oncologist NP that worked at UCLA at the time. And so the three of them were like my rock.
Well, I had my husband and my in-laws and my parents and my family, and a lot of my friends were there to support me. And I appreciate everything they've done because they thought of me as far as helping me with my children, feeding us, and constantly calling and making sure that I'm okay, and never expect to to have that type of support.
So her nurse called to tell me that the CAT scan was negative. And it was scary because that was 6 months of my life. You know, it was chemo every 3 weeks, every Sunday. And it was something I was used to. It was something that I felt the chemo was protecting me from. And that the first thing I thought was like, great, this is wonderful, I can get my life back together. But then it was like the life afterwards. And so I was happy, but I was also nervous at the same time. It's bitter when I cry, when I think about it. It's a joyous, it's tears of happiness, because it was rough. I mean, it was difficult. Anyone who's ever gone through cancer, anyone who's watched someone go through cancer, it's not easy. I mean, even if you see these people get up and we put on the good show, at the end of the day, when we're at home and we're by ourselves and we're in bed when no one else is around, you think about a lot of things it's just like a whirlwind, and you get up the next day and you give it another fight. And there are some days where you just feel like you can't do it, and there are some days that are awesome. And I think about what could have happened. I think about how I couldn't be here, and I think about how awesome of a family that I have. I think about my support system. I think about my faith. I think about the inner strength that I found that I didn't know that I had. I'm grateful for being here. I know it's cliche when people say, "Oh, life is short." I was diagnosed a couple of weeks before my 30th birthday. Like, life is incredibly short.
But because of them, I am strong. I know I'm crying, but I am a strong person because of them. And because of my children, they are my strength. So, and this is the reason why I'm doing this, is to show my appreciation and also to give awareness that it could happen to anybody.
I'm happy, I'm blessed, I'm grateful that he gave me the opportunity to keep living. I don't take that for granted. Yes, I went through it, and I went through it really well. I came up on top, but I didn't have to. And so it's a constant reminder that I'm still here, and then I can share my story with people. I can help other people. I'm still a nurse, and I see this every day, and it's nice to know that I could tell someone that there's life, you know, after this, if you can just kind of keep pushing and keep trucking through.
And there is life after breast cancer. I feel very blessed. Although this bad luck happened to me, I'm very happy that I'm able to be here as a survivor.